Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So the other day I decided I wanted to go trawl the charity shops, see what I can find. I was after some jewellery, some beads, components that I can repurpose. So I took myself to the high street and went to a couple of shops and gave up hope because it's so exhausting, honestly. I haven't got the stamina for it yet, but something to build up. But anyway, I went into it was the first charity shop I went into and the only charity shop I went into. After that, I was satisfied with what I found. So I found two pieces. So this book here, the complete book of books, like how appropriate is that? Me, a beader, and I go to charity shop and I find a book on beads. It was just waiting for me, wasn't it? Okay, so let's have a look. So I bought this book for £3, hardback with a glossy cover, a bit torn, otherwise everything, all pages are there, everything's in good condition, by Janet Coles and Robert Budwick. A practical inspirational guide to beads and jewellery making, the complete book of beads. Okay, so first published, originally retailed at $12.99. It's not bad, they're pretty beads. And okay, so published by Dorling Kindersley in London. Originally this was published in 1990, so this book is 35 years old. Right, let's have a look at the contents. What do we have? We've got obviously an introduction, all about beads, origins and whatnots. Catalogue of beads, so you got all your various types of beads and materials they're made from. Then you got a planning guide for design, and then you've got themes, and then you've got your techniques, and then you've got caring for bead suppliers index. Right, so here's our authors, lovely Janet, and I've forgotten his name already, Janet and Robert. Okay, so it's a very colourful book. And then how beads are made. So you can get beads made from bones, animal bones, wood, and glass, and plastic, and metal as well. Origins of beads. So we've got beads being used all over the world, really. Not really a definitive place of origin, but everyone was into beads. Okay, use of beads. So you've got beads being used for prayer beads, from the Catholics to the Buddhists. Beads are worn both as a show and form of wealth, so it can be used for that. Status symbol. Beads and beaded jewellery worn as status symbols can indicate wealth, rank, age, marital status, and station in society. As here with this. Where are you from? Hey? Somewhere in Africa. Amulets. Beads have played a talismanic role in many cultures as a source of luck. Beads and trading. For centuries, beads have been traded for precious commodities by sea or land. From the 15th and 19th century, beads at the forefront of the world's sea trade were exchanged for gold, ivory, palm oil, and even slaves in a profit-making venture bound up in colonization. Thousands of European beads passed into Africa, Asia, and the Americas. Okay. Imperial jade, expensive jadeite, was exchanged on the Chinese silk routes for silks, porcelain, and silver. Okay. Okay. Ooh, lovely autumn show display of beads. They look like lentils, don't they? I think they might be called lentil beads actually. Okay, so glass beads. So you've got your various shapes of glass beads, textures, and these are millifiore beads, translated from the Italian millifiore means thousand flowers. Cane fused with different layers of coloured glass resembles tiny flowers in cross section. Sections of this cane are melted into the surface of a bead. That is a really amazing technique and design. It's beautiful, very colourful, really floral. And then we've got more glass beads here, the bicones and rondelles. Okay. And wooden beads. I'm not really a fan of wooden beads, to be quite honest. I find them too... They just don't hold any weight. They sound nice. And yeah, I just don't like the texture of them. They're nice if you covered them up in beads, but then I just feel like that's a waste of time. Oh, metal beads, yes. Metal beads, I love metal beads, yes. I like the weight they give, and particularly these Tibetan style beads here with the design, what do you call this? These designs in them. Okay, these geometric designs. Okay. Ceramic beads. I like ceramic beads. Ceramic beads they have a nice weight to them and a nice sound. Okay, I like that. I'd like to recreate that design actually. I love this. Black and white always looks amazing. Beads from nature. So we have here many horn beads derived from cattle in the Philippines. Ooh. I'm not sure about wearing stuff like that. Marble beads. Ooh. Granite beads. Okay. And then seed beads, obviously from seed beads. Smoke-eye beans from Africa. Acorn cups. Okay. Seashells, yes, amazing. Seashells. Okay. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? It's a shell that's been cut into like a leaf design, or you can call that whatever you want, really. Okay, and then pearls and corals. Okay, both coral and pearls are the product of sea creatures. Real pearls formed within the shell of a mollusk have been highly valued since antiquity. For centuries, their origins were unknown. The Chinese thought pearls were the brains of dragons. Okay. Indians believe they came from the clouds. Man has now, with great ingenuity, found ways to copy the pearl, and reproductions range from cultured pearls to a plastic bead with a pearlized coating. True pearls or wild pearls are produced by the pearl oyster. The finest are called oriental pearls. These pearls were fished off Kuwait in the last century. They are no longer fished here. Okay. Yes. Okay. So there is another pearl you can get from that large sea snail called a conch. Yeah, conch pearls. I think that's the most expensive pearl and rarest pearl you can find, and they get really big, and they're like this color. I would love to get my hands on them. Okay, semi-precious beads. So you've got quartz here, amethyst, rose quartz, tiger's eye, jaspers, carnelian, agates. The meaning of colour. Each colour agate has its own legends and beliefs. Green protects against eye disease. Brown or tawny guards against poisonous reptiles. In Italy, tawny agate is prized because it is thought to deflect the evil eye. Okay. Red agate wards off large spiders or scorpions. In Java, violet stones are given to children to protect spasms. Moss agate helps towards a good harvest. All right then. Other gemstones: rhodonite, malachite, garnet, turquoise. That's lapis, isn't it? Yeah, lapis lazuli. Price the earliest inhabitants of India, Persia, Mesopotamia. That is very pretty. I think this is the prettiest of all the gems, semi-precious stones. It's the gold running through it. And then you have your amber. Jet is a fossilized wood. Jet is a hard black variety of lignite or coal formed by pressure, heat and chemical reaction. Right, I've never come across this. Bog oak. Rochells and bugles. Rochells and bugles are there's a myriad of colours known as Rochelle and bugles, and they are used both in jewellery making and embroidery. Bugles are tubes, Rochells are round seed beads. 1,000 years ago, these glass beads were being made in Venice. Okay. So here we go. So with Rochells, they're not actually uniform in size. You know, some of them come smaller, thinner, a bit wobbly. Not like Miyukis and Tohos. The majority of Miyukis and Tohos are uniform in size, so you can stack them up nicely. So you can get Rochells with, you can get pearlized ones and you can get silver lined ones. So the inside of the bead is lined with silver foil, which gives it like almost like a crackle glaze effect on the inside. Then you have your bugles. Also, the bugles are not uniform in size. They're rough cut there. And then we have here plastic beads. Not really a fan of plastic beads. Okay, I have your novelty beads. These strawberries. Okay, collectible beads, milleflores, collectibles. You have your various bead shapes. You have your rounded bicone, then your short convex bicone. Have your bicones, cones, spiral fluted bicones, your cubes. That's a nice design. Okay. There we go. Black and grey. Your neutrals, your browns, yellows, themes and occasions, evening wear. Okay. The Indian look. Rejuvenating jewellery. Okay. Oh, that's interesting, isn't it? Wow. It's a really good colour combination. These metal bicons almost look like black and white. Yeah, it plays with the eye a lot. Right, you've got your techniques and you've got all your different types of clasps, your findings, you've got your lobsters. Oh, what's this? Brooch and pin fittings, perforated discs. Beads are threaded through the holes with a needle and thread or a thin wire. Oh, that's interesting. I'm gonna have to get myself some of these. You can get a perforated ring disc as well. You can get perforated for clip-on earrings. Okay, so there's the perforated clip-on earrings. Filigree brooch. Okay, so we get the brooch and then you can bead around the brooch. Okay. Oh, shoot. Okay, all right, so that's that book. And then I think I found my first piece of vintage jewellery. So this here, some clip-on earrings that I found. I just love the colours on this. It's looking very 80s in design and colour. It's made from plastic actually, so, and there is a marking on it. It says West Germany. So West Germany vintage earrings are quite popular. This one's a little bit off center actually. Both are. So West Germany earrings were made from like 1970, I think 73 right up until 1990, but other sources say 1949 up to 1990. Okay, and so they were mainly made from like glass beads or plastic with brass finishing. So this would be brass finishing. So yeah, everything is still intact, and I'm gonna see if I can just give this brass a good clean up and polish the plastic to get a shine back on it, and then I'll show you guys the cleaning process as well and show you what it looks like after. So these are my earrings. And you can see there's like a West Germany stamp on it. All right, thank you guys for watching. See you next time.